Hey guys, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Bree.
We're best friends, moms, and obsessed with TV.
Check us out every Monday as we dissect motherhood, TV, pop culture, and whatever else derails the conversation.
It's like eavesdropping on your funniest, most unfiltered friends.
If your friends had a mic and no shame,
We're here for all of it, and honestly,
we're not mad about it.
hey Maddies, and welcome to a very special boner episode. We are recapping Love is Blind, specifically the finale episode, but we're going to dabble. We're going to touch on all of the couples, all of the important things. You might notice that we're missing our dear friend Amanda Bella. We mentioned on Instagram that she would be joining us for this episode. Unfortunately, she's not able to due to some technical difficulties, but don't worry, we will have her on soon to recap all the other amazing TV out there. And you know what? It's probably better because Amanda is a sick Bravo historian. So we really
Truly.
need her on like a Bravo app.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, she knows everything about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get her on another one ASAP.
But anyway, you have Nikki and Breezy here to talk about the Love is Blind finale, the weddings, the couples. We were talking mad shit on this season, and
When are we
once I
not talking mad shit and then eating our freaking
yeah,
words?
yep,
Always.
coming here on an apology tour to
Always.
say I actually enjoyed it.
I
A
did
real
too.
cast of characters.
Truly turned it around. Like, I was like having such a difficult time even putting the show on. And then all of a sudden I was like, huh, I kind of want to
It re-
watch.
and I really wasn't sure. Like some of the couples I knew definitely weren't going to make it, a la Alex and his lady. What's
Clock
her
it.
name?
Ashley.
Ashley. Sorry, Ashley. But then other ones I was like, really could go either way. Whereas the
Yeah.
last season, I was like, oh, none of these people are getting married. That was a flop.
That was a flop. But you want to know what? Last season, though, I feel like everybody, like, after the show, like, they were all weirdly, like, hanging out or, like, intermingling. Like, I can't imagine anybody from this cast, like, ever speaking to each other again. Like,
Yeah.
even the girls, the guys, like, I feel like they would see somebody out and, like, walk in the other direction.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like any of the girls were super tight or the guys were super tight. I mean, ironically, Connor and Little Man were the tightest, Chris, and that
Yeah, that's
quickly,
over.
yeah, that
That's
quickly came
over.
to an end.
Wait, real quick, before we get into Love is Blind, like I have to talk to you about, did you see this rumor that's going around that just a
Wes and
quick
Amanda.
pivot, that Wes and Amanda from Summer House are hooking up on the DL?
Okay, so tell me what you're seeing.
Okay, so I saw somebody post this morning that I think like from Reddit, people on Reddit were talking about how like somebody was out like at a restaurant and saw like Amanda and Wes there, and I think maybe even like Kyle was there, but like Amanda and Wes were kind of like all over each other a little bit, and there was just like rumors going around that like they've just been like very handsy whenever they're seen like out in public. But Wes is like always seen out with like other girls, blah blah, like
Yeah.
it's Wes. And then Dumois posted, so take it for a grain of salt, that like the word on the street is that these two are like secretly hooking up.
Okay, let me be the first to say I would not be mad about it. I think that they are like call me toxic. I truly don't care. I think that she wants like have fun and he's fun. Do I think that it's true? Like no, until I see photographic evidence. No.
Here's the thing is like I feel like this, even if they wanted it to happen, could not happen because the Sierra of it all, like Sierra
Yeah,
over Kyle, it's not even the
totally.
Kyle part. It's like who cares? It's really Sierra. Like she has this thing for West. Like it would be such a stab in the heart
Hmm.
for Sierra, even if Sierra is like so over West, like there's
That's what I was
nothing
gonna
there.
say.
Like it would just be such a deep cut, and I feel like Amanda really values her friendship with Sierra over what could be just like a stupid rebound fling with West. You know?
Yeah, totally. I don't think that Sierra has like this deep, relenting love for West. Like she's gonna like wants to be with him, but there is history there, and
Yeah,
it would be like a little weird to be
a little
Eskimo
weird.
sisters with your bestie.
I know. Also, I feel like this rumor is just going around because like West and Amanda have been hanging out a lot
Yeah.
recently. And last week we said people thought Amanda was hooking up with like one of West's like best friends.
Mhm.
So
West is
that
always super flirty, though.
yes, he's always super flirty, especially with Amanda even when she was
Yeah.
he's flirty with
Hmm.
everybody. So I don't know if it's just getting blown out of proportion. I am interested to see if like they're going to take to the Instagram
Just
stories and address
speak on
it.
it.
Yeah.
No, they probably think it's funny.
Yeah, that's true. They probably
I
think it's funny.
saw, I think it was Variety or something that she was just on where she gave a big interview
Oh,
saying,
yeah, Marie Claire.
yeah, she can't wait to just like get some ass. She's
Yeah.
just looking to have some fun and
That,
she's just looking for a boy to play around with.
as she should, a la hockey players. But
Yes.
that interview was so good. Like, I feel like she just like got it all out there,
Yeah.
like answered every question. Like, she said no, they did not break up before going to Summer House. But I think it's pretty obvious that
Wink.
I think it's pretty obvious that Amanda broke up with him in her mind before Summer
Yeah.
House,
Hmm.
and they pulled the trigger. Because even the way she said in the article that like they came to the decision was like, I think she said in October, November they moved out, and then they wanted to like release they were just like separating just to like see how that felt, and like very quickly they're like, oh, this is actually so much better. And then they were on the phone and they wanted to like put out a statement on their
Hmm.
relationship because people were going to see they were living apart, and like in that moment they were just like, okay, I guess we should just like get
Right.
divorced.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, could go one of two
It's like, oh, well,
ways.
if we have to say something, should we just say that like we're getting divorced?
I mean, because what are we going to say? We're going to be
I
Brittany
know.
Bateman making 10,000 announcements? One is good.
Yeah, one's good. They knew.
And give the people
So
what they want.
also, on that article, I do want to say, like Amanda did say, like there's really like no bad blood with
Hmm.
Kyle. Like they're in a good place. They're
I believe
friends.
it.
Everyone's happy. I believe it. It's so obvious. I actually like felt bad for like roasting like Kyle. Like so, I called him like a pussy last week. Like
It's okay. Like,
I just feel bad for going so hard because like they are real people. Like yes, I hate Craig and I hate
mhm.
Kyle, but like they are real people. And if all of my not to be Tyra Banks, if all of my actions were held up on a TV screen, oh my God, even just play back some things we've said on the podcast. Like I
You
don't
just
have to
said
answer
last
for
week
that.
you were out of control.
I don't want to answer for that. So I'm gonna try my best to like,
Okay,
reel
but
it
it's
in.
also our job here to speak on his actions. He is on a
Yeah.
TV show. Your actions have consequences. But my thing is, if Amanda's saying there's no bad blood, they still love each other. If we all love Amanda,
Yeah.
then we can lay off a little bit. But
Yeah.
I'm not like going out of my way to send like slander his way. But when
Yeah.
we record our podcast, you will get our takes, and that's that on that. Bree just won't call him a
Okay.
pussy.
Sh- I just felt bad for like the pussy part.
Okay.
Because then sometimes I go back and make clips. I'm like, oh wow, I was really triggered. I was
Yeah,
really
which
upset
is
by this.
so like me of you.
Okay, should we
Anyway,
get
enough Summer
into
House. Let's get into why we're all here,
while
which
we're here?
is Love is Blind,
Love is
Ohio.
Blind finale. Let's start with Breezy and Chris because I feel
Okay.
like we held our thoughts
Connor
off on Monday. Oh, whoops.
and
Same thing.
Chris, I
Yeah.
guess. Right, throuple.
So the episode before the finale, we see Breezy break up with Connor. And I was actually shocked by it because earlier in the episode, they're on that like train date,
Hmm.
and Connor's like basically like crying just about like how much he loves Bree. And I didn't clock it at the time, but I felt like now looking back, her response was just saying like, "Yes, you do love me so much.
Right.
Like, here's all the ways in which you show me that you love me." It was not
Totally.
her expressing like her love for
Hmm.
him.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I guess I was more just like caught off guard by like her demeanor when she was like dumping him.
Well, first of all, I think she's kind of mean to him. Like,
Yes, she was being so mean to him, telling basically saying he was like worthless.
yeah, like a fat losery slob who like has a keg outside of his house and like has no ambition, and she had all these assumptions about him, and he's still smiling as she's
I
saying
know.
all of these horrible
I
things
know.
about him. And she's like, but I was wrong. So she did come around a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're like still not enough for me. And basically, that's that on that.
I feel like when she had that conversation with little man Chris, he was saying like, "Oh, don't you want like an alpha? Connor's like kind of like a soft guy. Like he's just gonna like what, love you unconditionally and like
Right.
support you and like do whatever you need him to do." Oh no, that's so horrible. But he got in her head and she
Hmm.
was like, "Yeah, you're right. Like I'm an alpha, but like I want an alpha." It's like, has that ever worked for you before, Brie? Like,
Yeah,
would you be on this
you
show
don't.
if that worked?
Yeah, I think Connor was a really good match for her and a
I do
really good
too.
balance for her. And I think that she was thinking too much about herself and what he wasn't bringing to her or what she could bring to him instead of seeing everything that he actually was bringing to her that she didn't already have. Like, she was just picking it apart too much.
I just also think it's so weird when they have conversations and she says things like, "When I picture my future and I think of all the things I want to do, like I see you doing them with me. Like I see us on like ski vacations and like going out here with my family
Hmm.
and like being with your family." It's like weird to say that to somebody and then like 2 days later be like, I actually
Actually,
like think you're kind of lame."
you know what else she was saying that was super weird all season was it I see you at the end of like if it's not you at the end of the aisle then it's nobody else. Like almost
Yeah.
trying to convince herself to leave Chris behind, like giving herself permission. But he's
Yes.
like, "Yeah, no kidding. Like of course it's going to be me at the end of the aisle cuz we're engaged."
And also, just the fact, because now like I'm just after they break up, I'm like thinking back on their relationship when they were on their honeymoons. The fact that she was so upset that Chris wasn't like
Hmm.
drooling over her,
Yeah.
and like kept bringing it up. I was like, what is she talking? Like, what big conversation does she want to have or that she's expecting to have? And then she got it
Hmm.
at the mixer, and I think that she felt more satisfied knowing that Chris was like lusting after
Yeah.
her than she like felt at any point in her relationship with Connor.
Yeah, it's fun. You like the chase. You like a little
Toxic.
action. It's like
Yeah.
there was a little too boring for her.
Too boring for her. Also, I feel like when she was like dumping Connor and she was being so mean to him, and the fact that he was like, "I know you love me. Like, I know our relationship is like so loving and so strong." Like, he wasn't like getting it that it's over. And I feel like that also made her be like disgusted.
Icked, yeah.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh
Hmm.
no, okay, so I'm out of here."
Yeah.
People are saying that like Brie maybe went on the show just to get into like the reality TV like universe, like and to go on like other
Hmm.
shows.
Maybe. I didn't
Because it was kind of
really.
like Sparkle Megan, even though Sparkle Megan does want to be on TV, but like very reminiscent of like how Sparkle Megan like
Hmm.
moved throughout her season, like coming on like, "Oh, I'm Brie, but like you can call me Breezy," like
Right.
just like a little corny and very like, "I'm a strong, independent woman. Like I don't need a man. Like I'm top dog law," you know.
Yeah, I didn't really get that, but maybe. I
I
mean, I feel
guess
like
we'll see.
everybody's motive is partially besides Brittany. I mean,
And
that
Vic and
poor girl,
Christine.
all she wants to is like get married.
I know. Wait, also, do you think that after she broke up with Connor, she like immediately DM'd Chris and they like just banged it out?
Probably.
Right?
Probably.
They
They
better
better that
like,
he took her to that hotel.
oh, for sure. For sure. And she was
Oh,
probably like, what was I thinking?
I know. And she was like, "Connor, can you come pick me up?"
Oh,
I'm scared. And he was like, "Sure, Breezy. I'm on my way."
I'm on my way. I am interested. I hope that like they do a good job this reunion because last reunion was such a flop. They didn't
Yeah.
ask any question, but there is like a lot that we have to get to at this reunion. And for me, like Connor and Brie and what happened after, and if she hooked up with
The
Chris
Chris
is
of
like
it all, yeah.
a big question mark.
So
Oh,
sketchy.
okay.
And I don't think I said it on the podcast at all, but every time I look at her, speaking of her trying to get into the reality TV universe, all I see is Alex Hall from Selling
Yes.
Sunset
Oh my God.
or Selling
Totally, Nikki.
Beverly Hills or one of those.
Selling OC.
Selling OC, yes.
She looks
Identical.
and sounds like her too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's such a good call. Okay, should we move on to Emma and Mike?
Yes.
Because so she at the altar, she said yes and
Hmm.
he said no.
Hmm.
And I was like genuinely pissed off after their wedding because
Okay.
because he said like first he said, I kind of want Emma to go first because if she says yes, then that means she's made up her mind about having kids. Okay, great. She says yes. He still says no. And then after he's like, I just like, I want her to be like 100% sure that she wants to have kids before we get married. And I was so annoyed because I was like, why are we here? Why are
Right.
you guys a couple? Because, first of all,
It's
the
such a big topic, and it's
it's such
a
a big
yes or no
topic.
for you, and you guys still haven't come to a conclusion by the time you're at the end of the altar. So how could it be a yes?
How could it be yes in 2 3 weeks? Also, like
Hmm.
I feel like when they got engaged, they were both like, yeah, there's like this huge looming thing over our relationship, like are we gonna have kids or not, but like we'll cross that bridge later. And it was like the whole talking point of like every
Hmm.
conversation that they had was the kids thing. And it's like, okay, you knew when you proposed to her that like this was a
Yep.
big question mark. She wasn't going to change her, like she was never going to be able to give you the answer you're looking for. And I feel like both of them, not just Mike, I feel like both of them just wanted to do the experience.
Mm.
Cuz I feel like first of all, he was her second choice.
Yeah, who was
Her
her first choice?
I don't know, was it Chris? Like I don't even
No.
remember.
Oh, I don't remember either.
But he dumped her, whoever it was, I don't remember either. So he was her second choice. He knew that she was like unsure about the
Mm.
kids. And I also feel like in the pods, she was like so, yeah, she had a lot of like hard conversations because of like being adopted and her birthmark, but she also was like so funny and
Hmm.
like bubbly and just like kind of silly. And I feel like once they got out of the pods, like the vibes were so low.
They to me felt awkward.
Yes,
They
so awkward.
couldn't have a real conversation. I really liked her. I know you were on the fence about her. I really liked her. She just to me seemed very immature and very young.
Yes, I agree.
Like you can't even have a conversation without giggling.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
But I
I
understand she was like like, like
awkward.
overwhelmed, and yeah, it's awkward, and but I was like it just like them kissing. It's like I didn't see
Yeah,
chemistry there.
no chemistry, no vibes at all, but they kept saying they loved each other, and I also feel like both families like were not okay with this union.
Hmm.
Like the when they sat and met with like her family, it was like so awkward. They were
Yeah.
just like all coming to her defense, like, but you don't want kids, remember? Like you don't want kids. Like don't you don't have to change for a man now, which like if she wants to change her mind, like she can change her mind.
And I actually think she did kind of want to change her mind. Like I
I
almost
think
feel
so
like she wanted
too.
her parents' permission to be like, it's okay to if you want to have kids.
Totally agree. And the fact that her parents didn't realize until that moment that maybe she didn't want to have kids because she was adopted and she wasn't sure about like her medical history, which is like a huge
Of
thing.
course. Yeah.
I was like, wait, you guys are just putting that together now?
Yeah, it that was very strange.
It was so strange. And you could tell like his mom did
Oh yeah.
not want him to marry her.
Hmm.
Like nothing against Emma, but I think like
The experiment, they're traditional Italians. Like this is not what
totally.
we do. We don't go on a dating show for 6 days, get engaged, and then get married 3 weeks later. It's insanity.
It is insanity. And his dad, though, was like doing his best to be supportive. He was
Yeah.
like, but whatever you want, like, we love you, son. Like, we trust you. And she's like, I remember, I feel like she went in the weddings, like, to see Emma, and she was just like, how's your family doing? Like, it
Who
was
said
just
that?
like,
His mom?
yeah, his mom. Like, it was just like so awkward. I was actually shocked that she said yes. I was like,
I
oh
was
my
too.
God. Like, okay.
Because
That's an
I didn't
interesting
really
turn of events.
see the
The love.
like the definitiveness of it. Because
I
I feel like if
know.
you were going down the aisle, you could tell I could obviously Vic and Christine
Yeah,
were
of
getting
course.
married. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you can tell, and I feel the same thing with Breezy and Connor. It was just like kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Like there was no chemistry.
It was weird. But they kept saying, like, we really love each other. So I was like, oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I just also don't think they had enough time. Because
But
you could build to a
yeah, you could. Well, they kind of left it at, like, they're going to keep
yeah.
dating. Do you think they did? Or they're just like, the cameras are gone. Like, we don't
I
have to
think
do
they
this.
tried.
Or maybe they're friends.
I think that they definitely tried, and I'm
Hmm.
interested to see at the reunion where they are now. I don't think that they lasted, but I think
No.
that they did try.
I'll feel less annoyed by them if they tried.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, okay, something was actually there. We just like maybe didn't see it.
Yeah, we just needed a little more time.
Yeah, a little more time. I know, it's so hard. Okay, let's move on to Devontae and Brittany because we didn't even get to a wedding. We just have like it was it didn't seem like it was a new conversation they were sitting down. I feel like the last episode before the finale, like Brittany and Devontae were like sitting on her couch and
That
like
was so bad.
we just like stayed there. This is just like a continuation, I guess, like from that last episode.
I don't think so, no.
It seemed like we were just in the same spot. I was like, oh,
I
we're
think
still on the couch.
I think we're in the same spot having the same conversation on a different day.
Okay. I was like, did
Because
this just happen? Like, and they cut the cameras or something?
no, prior to this episode, that was like at nighttime, and he was like, "Yeah, so like I'm just gonna disappear for like a good 48 to 72,
Okay, you're right.
just
You're right.
like don't call me because I'm not gonna answer.
She's like, I'll
Don't
find you. I love
literally
you so much. He's
give
like,
me the keys."
why?
Yeah, and he's like, "No, no, no, but like really though, like you're never gonna see me again,
Yeah.
okay? Like I'm changing
I'm
my name."
I'm gonna ignore you
Yes.
for the rest of
And
time.
she's like, I know you can't love me the way that I want to be loved. And he's just like, yeah, yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
yeah, that's because I don't love you.
What was okay, granted though, grieving grandchild here to grieving grandchild. He did just lose, I think, his grandfather in the pod. So like he was
That's
probably a
true.
little messed up.
In a
But
weird spot.
what was his intention on going on the show? Because even in the pods with her, I didn't see the
The
fact that he
connection.
proposed to her. I was like, nobody's forcing you to do this. You don't have to
Same.
propose to this girl.
No, there was never a connection. I was so shocked when they got engaged. And then even like at the honeymoon, she was like, he doesn't like touch me. And remember, he just like left the
She's a
room.
beautiful girl.
Yeah, but okay. So the whole time I was thinking like, wow, Devontae is like kind of fucking weird. Like Brittany is like such a cute, like gorgeous gal, so sweet. Seems like she has it together. And then I think he was saying it when he was like talking to the camera, not talking to Brittany. He was like, there's kind of been like a lot of like red flags like in our relationship, and the fact that she already had her
Yeah.
wedding dress bought to him was the biggest red flag because he was like, would she have married anybody or did
But
he
you know what,
actually want to
Brie?
marry me?
He didn't bring that up until the finale episode, like after he had gotten off the couch. And so the finale, we see them, it's actually supposed to be their wedding day.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
And
you're
they're
right. You're right.
having that conversation on the couch about
Yeah.
why they're not at the venue or whatever. And he does say that, but that was the first time I ever heard him say that. And I'm like, if you would have said that 5 episodes ago, that would have made so much more sense. I'm like, why is this guy being so weird and cold to her? But totally, that's such a valid point. And even during the breakup, she just kept saying like, my parents know how much I want to get married. I want to get married. I want to get married. It's like, to his point, does she just want to get married to anybody? Because this
Yes,
guy clearly is not into her.
at all.
And she's still like, we're going to get married.
No, and that because then after he said that, I was like, oh my God, like it like opened my eyes to like her behavior, like in that
Yeah.
conversation. I guess like the whole time, just like really brushing off every red flag. Like she was like seeing all the signs of him like not being into her, and she just kept like brushing them off like they weren't
Yeah.
a big deal, and that like he really did love her. And then once he
He's
said
like,
that, I
what's
was like,
going on?
I know, I was like, oh no, okay, so like maybe she's actually a little cuckoo.
Yeah, I think that she was suffocating him
Yeah.
and that he needed to truly get out of there. But even when they break up, he's like, we'll be in touch. And she's like, you're so funny. And he's like,
No, the will be in touch, and he had like his hands like clasped closed, I think, so she couldn't even like touch him. I was like, that is such a crazy thing to say. And then in her like confessional, she's just like, oh, I know, 100% sure, like I'm gonna marry that man. That like we are getting married, and I feel like he walked out the door, changed his number, chucked his phone, got a
yeah,
new identity,
no, entered
moved.
Whitner protection. Protection.
He went to Itchy Grass Farm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
awkward.
I can't wait. He called her a shadow, was a word he used to describe her, which I think
Yikes.
is yeah, big
That's what we
yikes.
say about our kids.
I know. It's like, can you fuck off? But it's like probably what this man was thinking in his head the whole time.
Totally. You just go away. I'm going to the bathroom. Leave me
And
alone.
did they have sex?
No. Well, not at the honeymoon. Remember,
Yeah.
she was like, I gave him permission. Like, we could do it. He knew.
Yeah.
So you're right. Like, what was he even doing there?
Yeah.
What's
I'm su-
his, like,
I'm surprised he dragged it out as long as he did and like
same.
I don't know.
And why is he so rich? Like, what's his, he doesn't give off rich vibes, but he kept
Is
talking
he?
about the prenup. Yeah, he kept talking about their prenup. I was like, what do you got? Like,
Maybe he was
tell
just like,
us.
I know we're gonna get divorced.
Yeah, that's true. Well, good thing they didn't get married. But yeah,
I
I
think
hope that,
he was throwing anything out there to be like, here's another one, here's
yeah.
another red flag. I don't like to touch you. I don't call you beautiful, and I want a prenup. And she's like, that's my man.
She's like, that's my dream guy right there. I'm very interested. I hope that by, because this is like a year ago, I hope that she's found somebody because, like,
Yeah.
she is like, maybe she was a little desperate, but like, she wants to be in love. And you know what? I can't fault her for that. And I hope that she's found that since filming.
Totally. She's a very nice girl. She
Nice
just needs
gal.
to find the right match for her.
Totally. Okay, next couple, Amber and Jordan. I have seen like complete opposite takes on this marriage
If
and
anybody
this
says
wedding.
one slanderous thing about these two, I will throw hands. Are you about to say something negative about them?
Okay. So here's the thing. I was like rooting for this couple the whole time. I was like, remember we were
Okay,
saying that like
Tyra. Yes.
that's the theme of today's episode. I am truly tired, Banks. No, we were like rooting for them the whole time. And we were like, he really loves her. She really loves him. Like, I think he's such a good guy. And then when we got to the weddings, first of all, the fact that he couldn't meet Emma until the day before the weddings, I was like, her daughter, I was like, that's kind of crazy. Like, what a high pressure meeting.
Yeah, but was that like production wise? Is that just part of the show? Because I feel like the same
I'm
thing
not
happened last
sure.
season with Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan. Like,
I
I don't know
don't
how much
know.
they didn't get that much time together.
So there's been like a lot of discourse online. People are saying like nothing against single moms, but it is like a very difficult position to put everybody in. It's a difficult position for the kid to have to just like accept that they're going to get this like whole new life like after not even knowing somebody. They're like moving into their home. It's
Hmm.
a difficult position for the person that is like entering the relationship with someone that has a child where like you can't form any sort of connection with that child before you have to make this life-changing decision.
Yeah, like
And
this
it's
is all
difficult for the
difficult.
person with child. Like
Yes. This is all difficult if you're not on Love is Blind
totally. So
and you
people are
have
saying like
all the time in the world.
yes. So people are saying like, should Netflix like maybe not cast people that have children that are like under the age of like a teenager or something like that? Because seeing Emma at the wedding was actually like so hard to watch. Like I feel
Yeah.
like she looked so uncomfortable, so confused. The cameras, it was like a lot, but she's also like sees her mom in like a wedding dress and it's supposed to be like this like huge day and
Yeah.
I just feel like it's like
It's a
not
lot to process.
a lot to process, probably not even how Amber would like envision that moment. And like,
Hmm.
also, you want your daughter or your child to be like involved and have like their own relationship. Like, it's just like a lot going
Yeah.
on. So people are like, should this be, you can't say like single moms can't join the show, but like, should it maybe be dealt with differently? Because this is the first time we've seen somebody's child on Love is Blind, I believe.
I believe so.
And it was kind of like sad. Like, I don't know, it just made me feel
I
uncomfortable.
I didn't even think about that really, but you're making very good points. Even when they said I do, she started crying, Emma. Like, I
I
don't know if it was
know.
a happy cry or a sad cry, but yeah, it's really not fair to her, like the child, to put them in such a crazy situation, really. Like,
I know.
yeah, the way that they were talking about Amber, her family and friends, like, oh, you've had so many like toxic relationships before, and like she doesn't really have the best picker, it seems, of men.
Yeah.
So like imagine now this little girl who's probably like maybe seen some things and like maybe
Yeah.
her mom has gone through some bad relationships and it's like, oh God, like now we're getting married to this guy. Like
I know. And it just seemed like
it's hard for him too.
hard for him too. And it seems like what Amber would need is like somebody that's going to like come into her life because
Hmm.
she's like very established. Her daughter goes to school. That's her kid's home. And I feel like Jordan was like willing to compromise a little bit, but he also wants to live a life that he's envisioned. And I just feel like it's hard. It's just hard
Yeah.
to do that. Like, I don't know, it's a difficult position.
When he was talking
So,
about the move, he was like, "Yeah, I want to be in Columbus where there's bars and clubs." And I'm like, "Buddy, you're a dad now. Like,
yeah, you're not
say goodbye to the
going
bars and the
out.
clubs.
Yeah, bye.
You're packing lunch."
Literally. And it's hard to for him to process that. But going to their wedding, I thought for sure they were going to get married. And then when we see him on his wedding day,
He was
he was
nervous.
stressing me out. Because normally he's like happy go lucky,
Hmm.
like happy guy. He looked like he was on the verge of throwing up or crying the
Oh
entire
yeah.
time. And like his family was just like, it was like silence because everyone was like freaking out about
I feel
how,
like they did a pretty good job of like trying to keep him
yeah.
together.
It was very awkward though. It must have been
Hmm.
awkward for his family, like to see him like that. And his mom was like, "Oh, that's what everyone's like on their wedding day." I'm like, "No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're not."
Well, you know what I did think was special and like maybe like warmed my heart a little bit was when Emma walked down the aisle, Amber's daughter, and his family got to see her for the first time and their faces like lit up. So I was like,
Oh,
this is like a bonding of families. Like I really like Jordan. I think his family is really nice. So I'm hopeful that they will last and that it'll be like a beautiful blending of families.
okay. Well, before I get to that, I just want to say one more thing
Go
about their
ahead.
wedding because I feel like it was like pretty obvious that Amber was going to say yes, but right before she's about to walk down the aisle, her brother is like, I'm gonna be shocked, like if he says yes, like or like I don't think he wants to say yes or something crazy, basically saying like
Yeah.
Jordan's gonna say no, but he'll be happy for her if he
He'll be
does
shocked
say
if they
yes.
both say yes. He doesn't expect it to work out. And basically, he thinks that Jordan is going to say no.
I was like, oh, okay, and Amber was like, oh, okay, like thanks for your support. Like I feel like she was like, love you, like that didn't even like throw her at
Yeah.
all.
She knew
She
what
was
she
just
was
like,
doing. Yeah.
I'm going down the aisle. So,
He looked like Sheena Shea's husband.
oh my God, Mike Shea,
Yes. Didn't he?
you're
With like the
right.
pointy hair.
Yes, he did. So they finally get to the aisle. She says yes, and he like kind of said yes. Like
Oh my God,
I
Brie. That was the biggest, weirdest question mark of a
yes.
response. He says, I want to follow my heart and say I do?
Yeah.
Question mark.
Question mark?
The officiant was literally like, so your answer is?
Yeah, like what? And he was like, it's a yes. I feel like in that moment,
He was
he was
like,
like, oh shit, I have to say yes. Like I actually feel like he didn't want to do it, but he felt pressured. So can I tell you a spoiler?
yeah,
Do you want to know about the future of their relationship?
sure.
Okay, guys, if you don't want like any reunion
I mean,
spoils around
I could gather from
I
what.
know, I'm sorry. If you don't, it's actually probably not even what you're thinking. If you don't want any potential, this is all alleged
Mhm.
rumors, but if you don't want any potential spoilers for Amber and Jordan, skip ahead a couple minutes. But apparently, what's going around online is that Amber and Jordan divorced 3 or 4 months after being married. Apparently, again, apparently, they had a conversation off camera before the wedding and they both agreed that they were going to say no at the altar. But then Amber switched it up. And that's why he was like kind of rattled a little bit because he thought they were
What?
both saying no. And then
Oh
I
my God, so
guess
did she try and trap him? Like, what is the MO there?
well, I guess the reason why allegedly they got divorced is because Jordan claims that Amber's drinking was like out of hand. And
Mm.
Jordan was like in a wedding as a groomsman, and Amber was at the wedding and she was like super, super drunk. And then after that, one day she got home from work and Jordan like packed all this shit up and left.
Holy fudge.
Yeah, because there's like a preview for the reunion where Amber's like storming off saying like I don't want to talk about that. So people think like he's going to bring this moment up at the reunion. Again, this is just like alleged, just what's going around online.
And see,
And
this is why we're saying again, like, not that single moms can't find love or be on TV, but like,
yeah,
come on, now you put this like little girl through
I
this
know.
whole experience for
I
what?
know. For what? I know. It's just like, but then it's like, if you want love and you've tried to find love like every other way you can, you want to go into, you want to have the chance to just like do something different or like make a drastic change that will give you a different result. And like, that's what she got with Jordan.
Yeah, I
But
thought she found
maybe,
that. I
yeah, she
really thought
found
that they
that.
loved each other.
Me too. But there's like more stuff. There's always more stuff going on behind the scenes that obviously
Yeah,
we don't get to see. And also, you're kind of on your best behavior
of
3
course.
weeks leading up to getting married to somebody, unless you're
Hmm.
Alex, but
Right.
then you really don't give a rip. Which should we move on to Alex and Ashley? Because
Let's
Nikki,
prediction.
I could not fucking believe that you were right. Like, that is the
Felt
read
it in my bones.
The read of a lifetime that you said that.
Yes, I
Seriously.
predicted that Ashley was going to get up to the aisle and read Alex to filth and make her daddy proud, and she did.
She really did. And I was watching it like my eyes wide open. I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now. I was
I
so
can't believe
shocked.
he went to the wedding because that guy
I
is so
know.
disgusting.
Yeah. He didn't even shower. Like, literally, he got up there. I was like, did he take a shower? You're not even going to trim your fucking beard?
No, I saw something that was like, I know that Alex like was gonna say no because if he did, he would have gotten a haircut and like shaved his puby beard.
No, he looked greasy. He looked like
Yeah,
he was
disheveled.
hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked so hungover.
He's
I
like
was like, is
white,
this guy serious?
straggly beard hairs, like gross.
And when Ashley was reading her vows or whatever she was saying, he was, I don't know what they
Hair
did, but when she was
vows.
speaking, he was like, I love that. I love that. Did you catch that? She was like,
No.
oh, she was like saying nice things
Oh, when she was
before.
saying the nice things. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And he was just like, oh, I love that. Like, that was his response.
Ew.
What is this guy going to say at the reunion? Like, it's like, I actually
That
don't
he was
even want him there.
confident. I mean, drinking game alert, take a shot every time this guy said confident. Okay. Well, just to rewind real quick, when
Yeah.
obviously we know that he played soccer, everything was a fucking soccer analogy. I'm lacing up, I'm cleaning up, I'm walking on the field, and it's about to be game time. They're dropping the ball. Oh, I'm confident because I've been in high pressure situations before. I played soccer.
It's like, what?
You're marrying a girl you met 3 weeks ago. This has nothing to do with soccer.
No, and when I think I texted you his exact quote, but the producer, somebody was like, "Oh, like, are you feeling nervous?" He's like, "No, I'm not feeling nervous. Like, I mean, the only thing that would make me nervous, or the only thing I'm afraid of, is like sharks and
Sharks.
water." I was like, "What the fuck? What? Where is your brain?" But I do have to say, like, after we meet Alex's mom,
You get it.
yeah, because it's like something's not
Yeah.
right there.
I felt like she was like a hired actress to like pretend to be his mom because I mean, speak of connection, there was no maternal connection there at all. When she went to go and give him his pep talk, it was like, "Hey, bud," slap on the back, and he was like, "Oh, thanks, mom." Like, so weird,
But I
right?
think
Wasn't that
that
whole
speaks
thing
to like
weird?
I think that speaks to like why Alex is the way that he is. Like, he's just kind of like this lost soul that like doesn't know what reality is.
When he called her with Ashley to say that he was engaged, it was like she hasn't spoken to him in 5 years. She was like, "Hello, who? Alex? You're engaged?" She's like, "I'm in fucking Toledo. What are you?"
She's like, I have a son. Can we get a DNA test? Like, because I
I
don't
thought that
remember that
truck driver
happening.
was going to take care of it, but no,
It's so true. It's so
very.
weird. It's
It was
so
weird.
weird. People think that like, and if this is true, I'm not mad about it at all, but people think like Ashley stayed in the relationship and made it to the altar just to like have this moment. And like, good for her.
Yeah.
Like, we need to see some fucking wins on TV. We need to see like a woman that's like taking the power back and like just like stomping on this loser. Like,
I mean,
yeah, good.
but the torture she had to go
I
through to
know.
get there, oh my God. It was like she really probably had just an internal countdown of when it was happening. He was the worst. He was the worst to her.
The worst we've had on this show by
Do you
far, I
want to? I know
think.
you were so disturbed about the period tracker. Do you want to touch on that at all? What a weird and invasive conversation that was, though. Seriously. Like, I'd like a period tracker if like that would make you feel better. Like, she didn't have an issue with
Yeah,
anything about having
I don't
sex with
even
him and tracking
understand
her
why he,
period. It was his issue.
because he didn't want to get pregnant and he thought that she was like gonna trap him with a
Yeah.
baby. Oh my, she does not want your child, Alex. We're so sorry to disappoint you. She's
Yeah.
good. She does not want you to be her daddy.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh God, this is so awkward. But I do feel like, obviously, like, she had redemption. I feel like when they didn't have cameras rolling, these two were not speaking to each other.
Totally.
They were in different
Hmm.
rooms. Like, because even when he was up there, like, he was just like, what am I doing here?
It is so
I'm
weird.
surprised we made
She's
it here. That's how it felt.
literally gorgeous,
I
stunning.
know.
He just like kept making her sound like she was this like ugly toad from
I know.
freaking under the bridge.
In her wedding dress, and like her glam, she looked so gorgeous. So maybe she's like, okay, I might as well make it to the wedding, look
Hmm.
fucking hot at the altar, and see who slides into the DMs when the show airs.
Oh yeah, and she was still like drinking with her daddy after,
Oh yeah,
talking
she
more
was having
shit
it.
after.
His face, every
And then
time they
his
panned him, he was like grinning
yeah,
from ear to ear.
she definitely told him that that was her plan, right?
Oh, for sure. They probably like rehearsed it a little bit
Hmm.
because
He's
she had that
so
on
proud
lock.
of you, honey.
She made her daddy proud. She
She
made all
did.
of us proud too.
Hell yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Somebody needed to
So
do it.
I don't even know what we could really get from them at the reunion. There's no like questions there. They obviously never spoke to each other again. It's just going to be like a round of applause for Ashley.
Yeah, Alex, where are you living now?
I saw somebody say, like, I love how Alex always says he's a nomad, but the only two places he wants to live are places he's already lived.
Right.
He's like obsessed with like Arizona and like Florida. And it's like, okay, but you've like lived there. Why do you keep saying you're a nomad? You only want to live in one of those two places.
Right. You
Like,
don't want to
what?
live in Ohio. Okay.
Yeah, you just want to live like where you've lived. You're not
Right.
a nomad. You're just a loser.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't say pussy. I wanted to.
Clip it.
Clip. Okay, Vic and Christine. I had no notes. Like, duh.
Wait,
You
let me
know.
ask you, Brie. Brie is a big fast forwarder during shows. And like, so this finale, I could just see you on the
Oh,
fast forward the whole time.
oh my god! I probably watched it in 30 minutes.
That's so funny. I watched every single second. So did you watch any of Vic and Christine's wedding?
I actually stopped it right before we got to their wedding because I was like, okay, I know they're gonna say yes. And then I was like at the gym. I was like, let me just like make sure
It
that they
was
said
so
yes.
beautiful.
I'm so happy for them. I feel like they're just like a
Oh,
normal, they're too normal for the show. I'm happy they had the show to find each other. I also feel like
it's so
Netflix
weird.
shafted them. Like, I feel like they just picked them as like a security net, like to be a part of the show in case like nobody got married. They're like, we'll just give them a camera. They
Well,
can
did
film
you tell
themselves
me
and
this? That the reason why they weren't on the honeymoon with everybody else was because they weren't going to be chosen for the show?
yes, I did see that because they were just kind of like no drama,
Like,
which makes
obviously they're going to say
sense.
yes. So the people who they got engaged in the pods. I'm
Yeah.
sure maybe other people did too, and they just didn't make the show. Do those people still go through with the wedding?
No. Like you either get picked or like stay on. You could keep
Oh,
dating if you want, but like not everybody gets picked to like be followed on the show.
okay.
But I think Netflix probably knew like, oh, these two are actually going to get married. Like they're
I
just
have
like normal people. Like let's give them a camera and they can film
never in my
themselves.
life seen a connection like this.
Well, kind of like people are saying it's giving like Lauren and Cameron, which is
Yeah.
like instant,
But
two like nice they have a soul connection.
this is like a bond. Like
Yeah,
this is
it's deep.
freaking crazy.
It is really deep.
But I loved getting to see his mom meet her. Like it's just even seeing, I know you probably didn't see this part, but like her hugging Vic's mom and sister, it's like they've known each other. It's so weird. It's
Yeah.
like they've known each other somewhere else. Like they are connected in some weird way. And I hope that they have all the beautiful babies that they want.
Oh my God, so beautiful. And I saw people keep saying like like there has to be like some red flag with either of them because it's just like these how did these two people not find love
No.
outside of the show because they're just like they're both gorgeous. They're both
Hmm.
like nice, sweet, calm people. And I actually saw there was like an article because Vic is like a professor and a bunch of his students like gave anecdotes in this article saying like no, exactly what you
He's the
see on
best, yeah.
TV. That's how he is. He's everyone loves him. He's such a good guy. He's like
Maybe they're just
such a gentleman.
selective.
Yeah, and they're like very religious,
Hmm.
right? So I think that also is like if you are like very religious and like very deep rooted in like your
Hmm.
faith, like to find somebody that aligns the same way that you do, like you're gonna wait until you meet that. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy that this show actually brought like two genuine people to
I
find
mean,
each other.
the sexual chemistry too, like
Oh
they
yeah,
made out. They weren't
I
doing these
know.
little phony
We didn't
pecks.
even see the other couples kiss except for Amber and Jordan. No,
I
they
know.
were. I mean, you the two. I would get in there with the two of them. They're like so gorgeous.
Let me
Hey,
come. Literally.
oh my god, so happy for them.
Happy
It's
for
like,
them.
are they even gonna come to the reunion,
Of course they are.
or
They're
they're
gonna
just gonna send
be,
like a little video diary, like we're still obsessed and in love with each other. Like, good luck to you, losers.
yeah, probably. Like we're just living our best life.
Because like, are they friends with anybody on the cast? I guess we didn't even get a chance to see that
No.
because
Did
they
they
weren't like.
Yeah, did they go to the mixers and stuff?
Well, they weren't at the honeymoon, so they weren't a
Yeah,
part
but
of
I'm talking about
that.
like when little man Chris like did his weird thing.
I don't even remember. I don't think so. I
Yeah.
don't know. They like weren't really like they didn't stay like where everybody stayed.
No, they're just,
Um,
oh yeah,
like
they were like
living
really not
together.
a part
They
of the show.
yeah, they were like not really a part of the show. It was like very bizarre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they, like you said, they probably just saw everything hitting the fan and they were like, we need Vic and Christine to come and save the day.
Yeah, totally. We need like one couple. That's a sure thing. Also, one thing I wanted to ask you about that I've seen other people say online is that have you ever seen the show Married at First Sight?
Of course.
Okay, it's like the OG Love is
Yeah.
Blind. I used to be like obsessed with that show.
Hmm.
And you know how on that show they have like couples counseling
Hmm.
where they have to like meet with a couples counselor and they get
Yes.
prompts. Like they need to do that
100,
on
yes.
Love is Blind. Cuz like these couples need some guidance and
Hmm.
even like you any even like at the beginning of a normal relationship, like there's speed bumps. There's like things that you, when you move in with somebody, you find out about them. You're like, oh, I didn't know that's like how they reacted. And is it a big deal? Is it not a big deal? Like, I feel like they need to have some sort of counselor in there or somebody that they meet with where they could like both talk together and separately about like what they're stressed about or worried about or just to like, they can't just talk to production because they're
I
steering them.
I wonder if that's like the opposite of what they want. Because they don't want them to
Probably.
like work out their problems. And I think if they went to a counselor, they would probably realize sooner, okay, either this
Mm,
is going to work or it's not going to work. And we're going to decide in counseling whether it's going to work
yeah.
or not work and not at the aisle.
I guess that's the difference is like at Married at First Sight, you get married and
Hmm.
then you have 30 days or something to like decide to get divorced. So like you don't want to get divorced. You're like kind of
Right.
committed. Maybe you're more willing to work on it. When here it's like,
Less
yeah, maybe
pressure.
if they have a counselor, they think that like people just wouldn't even make it to the aisle.
Hmm.
I know, but also like they're still people.
Yeah. And there's actually a lot of people who didn't make it to the aisle this season. I mean, not a lot, but
Oh, last season, was there two
oh,
couples that made it to the
I
aisle?
think we had two weddings and nobody
One?
said yes. Did
Yeah,
anybody
there
say
was,
yes?
I don't think anybody said yes. There was nothing.
That was crazy.
Or if somebody did say yes, they like immediately broke up.
Brie, one more thing I wanted to say about the weddings was those stairs are my worst nightmare. I know that you live for a stair moment. The big stairs that they had to walk down. Brie, when she got married, walked down almost like the
They were
same
like
thing.
glass stairs.
Yeah, and Brie wanted the applause to wave, like Princess of Genovia. I don't think I physically would be able to walk down the stairs. I would be so scared. Like my feet wouldn't even be attached to my body. I wouldn't be able to do it.
You got to hold on to the railing.
Gonna hold on to daddy.
There you go. Ah, all right. Well, how do you feel about our Love is Blind recap?
I feel good. I feel like we touched on everything.
I
Is
think
there
the
anything
reunion
that I'm
comes out
missing?
Wednesday, like at like 6 p.m. or something. Like they need to just drop the reunion right,
Why?
like back to back.
Why?
Why are we waiting? It's not that kind of show where we're like, oh my God, I must know. Like we would have just watched it right after. We could have talked about
I've been
everything.
done.
Like,
I've been done
yeah,
here.
it moved on.
Do you remember when they did the live
Oh my God.
Netflix? What a
That was
flop that
so
was.
stupid. Seriously, such a flop. It's also crazy that Netflix cranks out 2 seasons of this show a year.
Yeah.
Damn.
Can't,
Like they
can we
already
get two
have,
seasons of Dancing with the Stars, please?
but like they already, Dancing with the Stars is live, so it's tough. Like they already
Yeah.
have the next one banked. Like it's done.
Well, yeah, and you can go anywhere.
Yeah, you can go
You're going to
anywhere.
go in different cities. You could film simultaneously.
Yeah, truly. Yeah. Well, good for Netflix.
All right.
All right, well, on that note, guys, if you like what you heard, like what you saw, share the episode, drop a comment. We're going to see you guys in a couple days with our regular scheduled programming on Monday. Also, Harry Styles' album is out if you're listening to this. It's already getting mixed reviews. I am excited to listen to it. I will give my thoughts on Monday, and we'll see you guys there.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.